Welcome back to High School Math Analyzers. Today's topic, Pemdas, aka Order of Operations. Here's what we'll learn today. Number 1, why Pemdas? Here we'll talk about why should we use Pemdas. Number 2, Pemdas. Here we'll talk about what Pemdas is. Number 3, practice problems. Here we will look at some practice problems involving Pemdas. Number 4, recap. Here we will recap what we learned today. Why Pemdas? What do we use Pemdas for? By following the order of operations, or Pemdas, it helps guarantee that people read and solve the equations correctly. Number 2, what is Pemdas? Let's learn what Pemdas is and how this correlates to order of operations. P is for parentheses. E is for exponents. M is for multiplication or division. A is for addition or subtraction. Now, MDAS will depend on whichever comes first when reading from left to right. So multiplication and division will depend on whichever comes from left to right. This is the same for addition and subtraction. How can you remember the acronym Pemdas? You can remember the acronym Pemdas by reading this sentence. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now, P stands for parentheses. E stands for exponents. M stands for multiplication. D stands for division. A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. So all you have to remember is the sentence, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. How can we remember what order it is? Remember that parentheses comes before the exponents, multiplication and division comes after exponents, addition and subtractions are done last. Number 3, practice problems. Let's try out what we learned today about Pemdas, aka order of operations. Examples part 1, question 1. We are going to always look at this, which is the order of operations, or Pemdas. We'll be following the steps from 1 to 4. So question 1, do we see any parentheses? We don't see any parentheses. Do we see any exponents? We don't see any exponents. Do we see multiplication or division? Yes, we do. 3 times 9. 3 times 9 is 27. We bring down the plus 7. And we get an answer of 34. Same thing for question 2. Do we see any parentheses? We don't see any parentheses. Do we see any exponents? We don't see any exponents. Do we see multiplication or division? Yes, we do. 36 divided by 4, which is equal to 9. So 12 plus 9 is equal to 21. Question 3, we're going to do the same steps again. Do we see any parentheses? We don't see any parentheses. Do we see any exponents? We don't see any exponents. Do we see multiplication or division? Yes, we do. Now remember, multiplication and division is always going to be from left to right. So we will solve whatever it is from left to right. So we see 9 divided by 3, which is going to be 3. 4 times 6, which is going to be 24. Now we bring the plus down and we get 3 plus 24 is going to be 27. So that is going to be the answers for examples part 1. Examples part 2. We're going to look at it again. Do we see any parentheses? Yes, we do. For question 1, we do see a parentheses right here. So what's 67 minus 18? That would be 49. Now always remember to bring all of these down. So 49 divided by 7 times 3. Remember, multiplication or division is going to be from left to right. So 49 divided by 7 will be 7. And we bring the times 3 down. So 7 times 3 will be 21. Question 2. Do we see any parentheses? We don't see any parentheses. Do we see an exponent? Yes, we do. 5 to the second power is equal to 5 times 5, which is 25. So 25 minus 8, which would get us to 17. Question 3. Do we see any parentheses? We don't see any parentheses. Do we see any exponents? Yes, we do. 2 to the third power is the same as saying 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 2 to the 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Now these two will be the same. 3 to the second power is the same as saying 3 times 3. What's 3 times 3? 9. So 2 to the third times 3 to the second is the same as saying 8 times 9, which will get us to 72. Examples part 3. Now try this on your own time. We'll just give you the answers, not the explanation. Here are the answers for examples part 3. Question 1, the answer will be 27. Question 2, the answer will be 80. Question 3, the answer will be 13. Number 4, recap. Let's recap what we learned about Pemdas, aka order of operations. Recap of Pemdas order of operations. Remember that P is for parentheses, E is for exponents, M is for multiplication, or D is for division. A is for addition, or S is for subtraction. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below, and share this video. Thank you. Do you have any questions? Leave them down in the comments below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at High School Math Analyzers. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.